that big breaking news which is coming in. Congress's preamble charge is now being fact-checked. In fact, the BJP has said that this is a bid to mislead, and the 1948 as well as the 1978 copies, both of them have been included. Well, that's the big breaking news. We are going to get you BJP's charge. Let me go across to Aishwarya. Aishwarya, can you tell us what is this that the BJP means that both the copies of 1948 as well as 76 have been included?
Certainly, these are half-baked facts mentioned by Adhir Ranjan Chowdhury. In fact, Times Now is able to access these constitutional copies which were yesterday distributed to the member of parliamentarians in the welcome kit. And what Adhir Ranjan Chowdhury stated is that secular and socialist word had been missing from the constitution copies that were distributed to them. But what we have accessed through these constitutional copies is that both the pages had been mentioned. One, the replica of the original constitution preamble, which was of 1948, one of 1976, after the amendment which was made, in which the secular and socialist word had been mentioned. So on the first page is the replica of the original copy of the constitution of the preamble, and on the second page, after the amendment was made, again, socialist secular word had been mentioned. So what Adhir Ranjan Chowdhury had been claiming is that there must be a mindset, there must be a clever approach of the government. What was behind it of the government, why they have not included it in the constitution copies that were distributed, is something that the claims fall flat on that particular part, because both the pages had been mentioned in the constitutional copies which had been distributed to the member of parliament yesterday while they entered into the new building. And these are just mere claims. The government had been categorically stated now that both the pages had been mentioned, secular and socialist word in both Hindi version and English version of constitutional copies distributed to the MPs had been mentioned. These are just false claims by Adhir Ranjan Chowdhury.
Well, this is very interesting. Let me go across to Shivya as well. Shivya, can you tell us about the first page, which Aishwarya tells us did have the original 1948 copy of the preamble, following by a second page, which also had the amended version?
Yes, so the entire controversy which has been stoked by the opposition is about the two versions of the preamble. One is of the 1948, which was a part of the draft of the first constitution, and thereafter in 1976 when the same was amended and these two words were included. Now, as per sources, what we are learning is that the booklet that has been distributed yesterday to all the MPs, it includes both the pages. Now, the first page itself of the 1948 version, in which socialist and secular words were not included. It says the people of India having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign democratic republic and to secure to all its citizens. Now let me show you the 1976 version, which has also been included in the booklet reportedly. That is, we the people of India have solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign socialist secular democratic republic and to secure to all its citizens. Well, now it is to be seen how the BJP is going to react over the same, because as per our sources, opposition seems to be fact-checked clearly so far.
Well, that's very interesting. Of course.